What's up? I just won Ultimate Battle with the droids. This is actually the second Ultimate Battle that I won with this deck. I was gonna put the first deck profile, but kind of didn't come up, so now we have the new updated one. So I won it with this deck. I've been playing this since set 1 and piloted. If you've seen the channel, you know that I have an old list that I played in a tournament, and it's changed dramatically since the last time. So something that hasn't changed is we still play Goku, classic 1-drop, and then we play Jiro Searcher. We have a little more of an Android package this time around versus before, but we're still not playing Lab. So that's a spoiler later on. So classic 1-drops. The biggest change to our deck, I guess I should grab the extra card now, is that we're playing 4 Korin, and because of that we're playing 3 Sensu. So a friend of mine named Cody, this guy told me that he was playing droids and then he played this engine against yellow, because essentially what you can do against yellow is if you set 1 Korin up, you can be tapped out, and being 25k against the entire Ginyu package basically just means they have to neg every time they hit you, and yellow can't out this consistently. They have to rest it and then they have to swing at it, which means that you get a combo step to activate beam, or they have to rest and then play Death Beam, but no yellow decks play Death Beam anymore. They can also use Cooler, but Cooler's at tap 4, so you are fine with dealing with that. It's not really a big deal. This engine's been overperforming today. Today I actually used the Rejuve effect twice, which comes up a lot against certain decks that have really going tall cards. And overall, if you're playing droids, I highly recommend you play Korin. I really cannot see playing the deck without it. Then we play 4 Super Trunks. This is another answer to yellow. I, for the longest time, actually was crapping on this card. I didn't think it was that good. But the more I played it, the more I realized how strong it is. Because in this deck, we're actually ramping a little later. Your turn 2 and 3 actually can be just setting these up. And it's the same problem with yellow. Yellow's a big counter, but with Super Trunks, it's strong. You can out the Vegeta, you can out Frieza, Recombs, and they have to go with 10k to get out of it. But the beauty of this card is that yellow has to neg just to try to get rid of this card. So you're in a really good spot with this card, dropping them early. In a Droid Mirror, I just set up 2 of these early game and just had it set up until he started swinging. And it's a 10k. So this card, I went from a hater to a lover. This card overperformed as well. Then we play my favorite card in the game, 4 of the SR18s. I mean, it's just a draw 1 20k swing. It filters, gets droids in your drop if you need to get one. And like, this is the reason I love this deck so much, is the fact this card is used in it. There's not really, you can't really play in other decks as consistent as this deck, especially when you're playing droid package. And I just love this card so much. Drawing on aggro is great. It's a little rougher against like decks like Zamasu and Broly, where they beam themselves, so it's not as valid, but it's still a cycle card at the end of the day, and it really helps. And then you play 3 vanillas. So this used to be the 3-drop 18 that untapped, but this card's strictly better because it's just a raw tap 2, and it actually came up multiple times to just straight up play it as a beater. So it's also an Android name, which is very important. We played 2 Cell Junior. This combos with the Sensu Bean, so you can keep staying 5k up on yellow, which is super strong. I even picked it up in one game just to rejuve with it, and it's also an Android. Really important that we have a lot of Android names. Then we have the 2-card combo, so I'll just put them together, which is the 4-drop support card and the Trunks. So in this deck, we're not playing destructive. Our strategy is to get to 4 energy, and you go play droids, ramp, you have 3 up, and you play Trunks, ramp, and you go to 6, then you awaken. Now you have a 30k swing and 2 20ks. And this engine feels so much more consistent because since you don't have to run destructive, you're not running bricks, you're just running a strictly better card. It's a 5k. This bottom effect has never come up, so sadly that sucks because it's a good effect. But this card is so strong. Being a tap 120k that rams, this is like the best support card I think to ever come out of set 1 for the old set 1 decks. And it's just such a stupid card. It's the only reason we're running Jiro too, because Jiro can fetch this. Really strong. I haven't missed destructive at all. You play 117. I want to put this at 2, but I haven't found the space. And it does come up against decks that stall you, and it cheats at the 18s. So just a good swing. We play 2 Gohans. I mean, this card's amazing. In a yellow, Cooler, it outs Cooler, it outs other big cards. It's a 10k, which is amazing. And I run 1 double strike Gohan. I was gonna play 3 of this, but I couldn't find one, so I just slid in this at 1. But this card actually performed really well today, so I'm actually probably just gonna keep this ratio. As I never played this today, but always having the options a lot stronger, and they're both 10Ks, so really good. 3 double strike droids. This card's crazy strong. It is a 0. It's the first 0 of the deck, but it is kills 2, 3 or less, and it's searchable. The really important part. Because against the Masu in my finals, being able to search a double strike is really strong pressure that most decks don't have. You can't search the Gong because it's a 6-drop. You'd have to use Chi-Chi, so I mean this card's just really strong. Everyone's always scared of it when you play against this deck. 16 combo, I mean it's an android. There's really no argument. And then 3 Broly. This card's stupid, but I love it. This card, being able to hyper ramp so quick and just drop these after is great. I don't play Cell. I used to play it at 1, but it kind of just didn't come up a lot for space. You ramp a lot in this deck, but I don't really think it's needed. And with that, that is the list. I don't really know what changes I'd make. Probably the tiny bit of ratioing. I don't play G Meteor, and to be honest, the more I play, I don't really miss G Meteor. You don't really need it. You have like your average hand is like 9 to 7, and you have like 7 10Ks and 2 5Ks. So it's like you don't have Meteor, but you're also like outvaluing your opponent with all your swings while also out comboing. So it doesn't really come up. Being able to tap out is really strong as well, and not have to worry about defense. So yeah, overall, this deck's amazing. I don't know how much better it'll be in set 3, but I'm glad that it's strong in set 2. It wasn't good in top 2 format, but it's a lot stronger now. And I hope I can make this deck viable in set 3. So with that, that'll be all. See you guys in the next video.